Thank you very much. I came to brief Mr. President over the ongoing surrender by insurgents. I think, to me and to the greater majority of people of Borno State, this is a very good development. In the last 12 years, thousands of lives were lost. People have completely lost their means of livelihood. We harvested a total number of over 50,000 orphans and widows. These are official figures. The unofficial figures are more than this. And we were able to cultivate not more than 3% of our total arable land because of the insurgents. And right now, the whereabouts of not less than 10% of people of Borno State is not known to all of us at all. This is a very serious matter, and I think the report of the surrendering of the insurgents, to me in particular, and to the greater people of Borno State, is a very welcome development. Unless we want to continue with an endless war, I see no reason why we shall reject those that are willing to surrender. I came to brief Mr. President on this matter, and the Mr. President has given my humble self and the people of Borno State the assurances of his continued support in this direction. So that this matter can be resolved amicably. Deepening internal democracy and social cohesion is a prelude to sustainable peace in any nation. And therefore, we are not unaware of the negative effects of this program. But that is why we want to see the involvement of the federal government in a large scale. We are going back to Maiduguri to have a wider consultations with the victims themselves, the traditional rulers, and the generality of the people of Borno State, the major stakeholders, including the Nigerian Army, the civilian JTF, and others, to develop a framework that will ensure sustainability of this very program. We are not unmindful of this issue. It's not a small issue, because we are not just saying that those that have surrendered shall be reintegrated into the society very soon. No. But mind you, among those that have surrendered, some are innocent, that are possibly inscripted into this program. Some are teenagers below the age of 11, 12, but they can handle AK-47. And there's one very important thing that Nigerians need to understand. If this issue of the Boko Haram insurgency is not resolved, I believe it will never end, because it is a generation. Those that came out from the bush, you can see one person has 2 wives, 3 wives in the bush. He's having 10 children. These children are well trained to behave in such manner. What is this manner? Carrying AK-47. And it's a generation. And therefore, I think the best possible option for us to see that we resolve this issue by involving the federal government, because the federal government is a major stakeholder. The president has agreed to provide the leadership. We can also involve the international community and other stakeholders. The Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs is very key. The Defense Ministry, the Army, the Police, the SS, and others are also very important to develop a framework that will ensure sustainability of this program. Right now, I can't say anything, but we are on it. And after we have concluded the program, the framework shall be known to each and every person. On the way forward is that we shall immediately hold a stakeholders meeting in Borno State, comprising of the Ministry of Defense, the Ministry of Internal Affairs, the Attorney General, the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, most importantly, the NIA also, because we have some certain foreign involvement in the matter, the traditional rulers, and especially the victims, so that we can come up with the resolutions, far-reaching recommendations that can be programmed in a structured manner to ensure amicable resolution of this issue. I think it's not right for me to immediately say that that is what we are doing, but I think this is the first thing that we need to do. Then after this one, the recommendations shall also be forwarded to the President, but the most important thing is that I, Professor Babagana Omar Zulum, the Governor of Borno State, has been in this battle for a long time. I'm the Pioneer Commissioner for Reconstruction, Rehabilitation and Resettlement. I'm in this business for the last 11, 12 years. I was attacked for more than 40, 50 times. I know the magnitude of this problem. More than 100,000 people were killed. I'm telling you, more than 100,000 orphans we have now. More than 100,000 widows we have now. And therefore, I'm in total support of this ongoing surrender by the insurgents. Will support them, and those that have surrendered shall be dealt according to the extant rules and regulations. We have international conventions that stipulated how we can handle them. There is no any law that's clearly stipulated that they should be killed. But we have to be very careful in managing this crisis. Nobody is saying that, they came and then we shall give them money, they should go back home. Government of Borno State is never contemplating of giving a dime for those insurgents in the bush to surrender. No. If anybody who wishes to surrender, then government will now look into the possibility of accepting them, developing a framework, rehabilitating them, while the issue of reintegrating them shall be discussed further. But most importantly, the victims shall not be left behind. I want to support the victims, those that their parents were killed. Federal government and state government will help them. For those that have surrendered, then we can look into the possibility of engaging them and then see how to train them and how to streamline them into the system. Not now, in a later stage. Thank you.